All right, well, let's do it again. Thank you, folks, for joining us. Over 100 families that are joining us this evening. I'm Mr. Pooley. I'm the proud principal at Savanna High School. I love Savanna High School, and I hope you do soon, too. I've been at Savanna High School in a number of capacities. For a teacher for 15 years. Then I was an assistant principal at Brookhurst for 3.5 years, and I've come back to Savanna 4 years ago as the principal. So I'm so glad you are joining us with us. It's an amazing place. Great staff, and we're looking forward to building a relationship with you and your student to help them get to the finish line, like we talked about, graduation. So excited for you to be here this evening. Oh no, there we go. So folks, I know one of the questions was, when do we start school? We start right around the corner. Oh, August 11th, a week from yesterday. We're calling it Savanna Reunited because we haven't seen students on campus for nearly a year and a half. And the campus looks amazing, and we are welcoming you back with open arms on August 11th. The school year time has changed since you guys left school. We start school at 8:30 a.m. And we'll talk more about that as we get going. And we're out of school at 3:17 p.m. every single day. Except on Thursdays, we have a late start where our staff is working on professional development, and then school will start at 9:30 on those days. But looking forward to going through this meeting with you guys all. We have a great team. We have the Savanna counseling team here, our wellness team led by Ms. Hajiz, we'll get to in a second. We have our assistant principals here from Savanna, which we'll get to in a second as well, but I just want to thank everybody for being here. So who are we? What is Savanna about? What is our mission? What have we pledged to do? We come to work every day. We're a proud community that we're full of dedicated staff, involved and engaged parents, empowered students whose members are engaged in academic excellence and are called to develop purposeful lives. That's what we set out to do, folks, and we want to do it with you for your student. We're looking forward to that. Hey, Maria, real quick here. I see, oh, you got it. Thank you. All right. Savanna High School is a great place. Like I said, a lot of us have been on campus for quite some time. We've won some awards over the years. We've made some national news. We were the first school in California to be a P21 school, which is a partnership for 21st century learning. We earned that in 2014, and we've been a role model school ever since. And we are a California democracy school as well. We just recently received the Award of Excellence, the highest award in California for a school with civic learning. And we are just so excited that you guys are on board with us moving forward. The branding sheet, we'll send this out to you. It's on our website in multiple places. Savanna is a great place. We're going to feature some amazing programs from dual immersion, which you might have started at Brookhurst. We call it the Global Language and Leadership Academy. We have AVID, we have Puente, we've got a variety of world languages. We have pathways for your students, whether it's medical care, it's construction, automotive, culinary arts, digital media. We are excited to offer opportunities for your student. And then we have a gazillion sports and clubs on campus as well, looking to get you guys connected right away. And as parents, we have an amazing parent ambassador program, which I know you're probably aware of from your days at Brookhurst. So excited for you to be here. So who's in the house here? Who's in the room? You met me already. Mr. Rubio, you want to jump on and say hi?
Good evening, parents of Savanna High School. My name is Mr. Rubio. I'm assistant principal here. This is my second year at Savanna. Before then, I was an assistant principal at Dale Junior High School. So I'm so glad to actually be in person at Savanna. Students, if your last name is from A through F, I'm going to be your assistant principal this year. I'm also in charge of all the 10th graders, and we are so excited to start this school year.
Thank you, Mr. Rubio. We're excited to move forward. Ms. Cortez couldn't join us this evening, but she's also overseeing 9th graders with last name.
Miss Foley, I'm here.
Oh, no way.
Hi, hi everyone. My name is Ms. Cortez. I'll be the 9th grade assistant principal for letters. Last name starting with G through N. So just want to welcome everyone. And also I'll continue to be the assistant principal for all those 11th graders. So just welcome everyone.
Hey, that's so great, Ms. Cortez. Thanks for joining us. And we have a new assistant principal joining us for the first time is Mrs. Nichols. Ms. Nichols, you want to jump on?
Sure. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be part of the Savanna family. I have ninth graders, letters O through Z, and I also oversee the 12th grade class. We're so happy to have all of you families here today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. And now an amazing counseling team. Parents, counselors are so important to the journey for your student. I'm going to let Ms. Hajiz introduce her team, and we'll go from there. Ms. Hajiz, all yours.
Okay, great. Hi, I'm Mrs. Hajiz. I'm the lead counselor of our counseling department. And I know most of you here have a ninth grade student. So I want to go ahead and introduce Mrs. Colon Berajano, who is our ninth grade counselor who's here today. And we are so excited to have her. She is new to us this year. She's worked with us before, but this year she is our new ninth grade counselor. So if I can go ahead and have her introduce herself, that would be great.
Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here. I did my internship with Savanna, and I'm so happy to be a permanent here with the Savanna team and grow with the ninth graders and be a part of, get to know the families as well. I just want to welcome you to the school, and I'm here for you.
Great, thank you so much. And so I just want you to take a look at the slide and be familiar with who your counselor, your student's counselor is. We have one counselor per grade level, and myself, I'm going to be heading up our new wellness program this year, which is super important. So we're here to support your students. Right now, we're all busy working on schedules and making sure those are all taken care of for you. So we will be answering questions throughout the presentation today. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hajiz. And parents, I want to let you know that your counselor follows your student all the way through. So Ms. Colon will be the counselor all the way through, ideally. So she'll follow them in the 10th grade and then follow them to the 11th grade. We want to make sure none of our students, fall through the cracks being passed from counselor to counselor. So we're really excited about this opportunity for our students to really be connected with their counselor for their 4-year journey. Oops. All right. So some of you guys are asking about schedules. So we passed them out last week during registration. If you didn't grab one, they'll be available digitally starting this weekend on Sunday through Aries. And then you might ask, as a kid, how do I get to school? How do I get into this campus? We had done a major remodel. We have 2 main entrances that your students can enter the campus. This first one here with this arrow, this big Savanna sign here, this is our main parking lot and our main entrance. For you parents that are driving in the morning, this is probably your best bet to drop off kids earliest in the morning there. It's got the easiest flow of traffic and it has the most lanes of traffic as well, so it's pretty good. The other one is in the front of the school. It's called the front, meaning it's closest to the main street. We call that the horseshoe area, and you can see from that picture as well. So both entrances there are how you can come onto campus, students. Parents, I will tell you, the front of the school, the horseshoe, is very crowded, especially with bus traffic and deliveries and whatnot. So if you have time on your side, I would encourage you to use the parking lot, the main entrance, which we call here in the world languages quad area. But we'll have lots of signs out that first day, help you get there, and we're excited about that. So what's going on at Savanna? We want just you to be aware during this time here. So some of the questions you may have is regarding what do students have to do for COVID and what's going on with that. So the highlights are that you can check on the school website as well, but students must wear their masks while they're entering the campus. So as their kid exits their car and walks up to one of those entrances, they should have their masks on. They can take them off once they get through the gates, but that allows us to know that they have a mask because they'll be wearing it later when they're inside classrooms, inside the gym. If they're having to change for PE, then the locker rooms, they'll be wearing them then as well. Dress code is different than at Brookhurst. Brookhurst had uniforms. We do not have uniforms at Savanna High School, but we have a dress code. I'll talk a little bit more about it in a couple of slides here, but you can wear Savanna hats. We're happy to get those on campus for your kiddo. But we don't wear other hats, and we keep our dress really kind of professional, as if we're going to a job every day. So no exposed body parts, keeping it decent. I think of it as if I'm going to, I would love kids to wear what they're going to go see their grandparents on the weekend. I know it's not always applicable, but that's kind of my thought. Cell phones are a big thing. They're part of our kids' lives. They're part of us adults' lives. We don't use them in class time unless the teacher has allowed that to occur. But typically, cell phones in class, earbuds, that's all put away, and we can move forward. Bikes and skateboards, we've got a great area to lock all that stuff up. We love for our kids to come onto campus with their items, but we want them to put them away as quickly as possible so nobody is potentially injured on campus. Whoops. We also want kiddos to sign in and out of classes when they go use the restroom or whatnot. Students, if they came through on registration, they receive their student IDs and lanyards and refillable water bottles. Those IDs need to be with them every single day, either on the lanyard that we provided, or they can wear their own lanyard as well. That's fine. And I would encourage them all to bring either the refillable bottle that we gave them out or one of their own. The drinking fountains, by the old school way of putting your mouth to the drinking fountain, is no longer an option. We have all bottle filling stations. I see lots of questions in the chat there. I hope everybody's getting taken care of. All right. So this was the same. What? Oh,
I was going to say, parents, and we saw some folks asking, one of the best things you can do to protect your student if they're eligible is to get vaccinated. That's just one of the best protections if they're eligible, and that's a possibility. We do definitely are going to take all the measures we can, encouraging them to wear masks indoors, and we'll have many cleaning stations. But the best thing, the number one most recommended thing, if they can get the vaccine, is to do that.
Yes, we are still following all the COVID protocols out. We have hand washing stations. We have hand sanitizer everywhere. And kids do not need to wear masks outdoors. They can congregate with their friends and their peers, just like normal, but only indoors is where we're wearing the masks. All right, this slide right here is redundant. I don't know why I have it in here twice. I apologize. We'll keep on moving.
Mr. Cooley, can I ask you, we want to confirm, is there 0 period the first day?
Yes, there is.
Okay, thank you for that. There is 0.
Hey, that's my very first bullet here on this slide. Look at that. So parents and guardians, our kiddos, they're going to start school every day starting Wednesday the 11th. First period begins at 8:30 a.m. and 0 period will begin at 7:30 a.m. on the 11th. We are hitting the ground running that very first morning, and we are excited to have our Rebels back on campus. If your kiddos are going to be absent, folks, please give a call to the office so we can mark your kid absent, and so you aren't inundated with phone calls as well. Otherwise, they get marked as truant, and you get phone calls home to verify their absence. Please, if you have a medical note or anything that your student was absent for more than a day, please bring that in. They can bring it with them as they return to school. Probably very similar procedures as you're familiar with at Brookhurst. And then request and pick up their homework if you need to, if they're going to be out for an extended period of time. It takes us typically a day to process that, to get to all the teachers, for them to gather some items up for you guys, and then we can have it ready for you to pick up the following day. Other than that, we want our students to attend Saturday academies when those are up and running. If they want to recover an absence or they want to get back on track, they want to make up some work, those opportunities exist as well. All right. Mr. Trujillo, you want to run through this part?
Sorry, yes, I was trying to answer the Spanish questions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that you have a working Aries parent account, one that you're going to be checking, constantly. So if you have any issues reactivating your Aries parent account, if you forgot your password, if you are not able to access your account, please contact me in the Parent Center. My extension is 23790. And you can talk to me or to our community liaison, who is also in the Parent Center, and we would be glad to help you.
Maria, could you put your extension in the chat?
I will.
Thank you.
It's there on the flyer.
We've got it on the slide as well, but it's okay. So folks, we encourage you to jump on Aries frequently, to have those conversations with your kiddo, check in how they're doing. On Aries, you could look and see how their assignments are doing, if they have any missing assignments, a great test score, a low test score. It's just a great way for you to kind of have the behind the scenes information, so you can always encouraging them to either strive to do better or open that line of communication, that you're knowledgeable about how their progress is coming. And if you see things that don't make sense, or what you're seeing and your kiddo's story doesn't seem to jive, we can set up a meeting. We can email the teachers directly. You can involve our counselors, our assistant principals, and me, and we'll get to the bottom of it. We want our kiddos to be successful.
And Mr. Pooley, before you continue, if it's okay if I throw out a commercial, since we're talking about Aries, we are going to be starting a 3-part parent education series, and it'll be along with Brookhurst Junior High. It's called Ready, Set, Go, and we start the 18th of August. So I gave flyers to every single 9th grade family that stopped by during registration, and I'll make sure to continue to add that on our weekly news. But if you can join us, it'll be virtual through Zoom. An English session will be at 6 p.m. and the Spanish session will be at 10 a.m. And that'll be 3 consecutive Wednesdays. So we hope you can join us. And that's one of the topics we'll be covering, the different educational platforms that we're using on our campus.
Sorry, any chance there could be a Spanish session, but in the afternoon? The 10 a.m. is a little hard.
We will most likely, so the first go around, we're doing the, morning session Spanish and an afternoon English, and then we'll do another session and we'll flip the time so that we'll have the Spanish in the evening and the English in the morning. So just stay tuned. We'll make sure to let you know of dates.
All right, here's that information once again there. We got Ms. Trujillo's information to get connected to her. Thank you. All right, let's talk about getting involved. We talk about education and our students' success, that it requires all 3 of us to be in on the work. Us, the school, the family, and the students. So what can parents do? We have, and you might have heard, I hope you participated, maybe you didn't during virtual learning, but we have parent learning walks. Our doors are open. We have set dates. We get parents on campus, family members on campus, and we go walk the halls. We go walk the classrooms, and we go see what 21st century learning looks like these days. And then we look at it from the lens of, hey, at home, how do I support this new way of learning? It's not what we did when we were kids. It's drastically different. Kids are no longer just sitting in rows quietly taking in information. It's a more noisy environment. It's an active environment. Kids are engaged with one another. They're out of their seats. They're collaborating. They're communicating. They're problem solving. So we love for you to join us. We do it just about I think we just set them up for every 6 weeks right now, if I recall, or 4 weeks. But you'll see the dates. We'd love to have you. We've had up to 50 walkers with us at sometimes, 50 family members heading out with us, walking around. More the merrier. We don't say no to anybody, and the doors are open. We also do a monthly coffee with the principals. We do it with Brooke Anna. We do it with the Brooke Anna administration and counselors, and it's a great opportunity for all of us to articulate and to share the good news and updates that are happening on both campuses. We will do those hopefully in person as we're moving forward. We usually flip-flop. We usually do one at Savanna and then one at Brookhurst, back and forth every month. It's good to get families on campus. It's good for us as administrators and counselors to get on each other's campus just to support one another, the good work. We have monthly parent nights and workshops to support your student, Mr. Trujillo, along with Mr. Parmenter and the counseling team, from a wide variety of topics, from study habits to social emotional supports to college applications to financial aid. It runs the gamut. Dual enrollment with our college partners. Look out for those flyers, find one that is interesting, and come on out to support your kiddo and help them grow a little further.
And I also wanted to give out a shout out to our social workers at Brookhurst and Savanna. They're going to be supporting us in the socio-emotional focus parent nights. We started this last school year and it was a great success. So please stay tuned for those as well.
You want to talk about the next one?
Yes, and then so again, our Ready, Set, Go educational parent series that's coming up. We also have a parent leadership academy, and then we have standalone educational parent sessions. So again, I bombard you with texts and emails, and I just want to make sure that you are getting all of those texts and emails and all those different family involvement opportunities. And we're super excited to have all of our 9th grade families join us this new school year on our campus. So, and again, join us in our parent center. I think that's the next slide, Mr. Pooley.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're
Yeah, we want you to be here for our, for our athletic events, our visual and
Come.
performing arts events as well.
We want to know you.
And then the next, oh yeah, more family and school events. So please come and visit me. I'm in room 3. It's our family center. And in our family center, I live there. Ms. Renteria, our school interpreter, lives there. And our school community liaison. We have an interim school community liaison right now supporting our parent center, Ms. Mariana Gonzalez. And we are there, well, myself and Mariana are there to assist you in anything you need. If you have any question, please contact us. We'll make sure that if we don't know the answer, we'll direct you to the person who does. So come and join us. We have tons of family involvement opportunities. We have an amazing group of parent leaders. We have a parent ambassador program, PTSA, our ELAC, DLAC, our school site council. We have an award-winning band, and our band boosters are always looking for parent volunteers. And please follow us on our social media. We always include awesome photos of events that are going on campus, different family involvement opportunities or community events that are happening. So join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and we'll include that information. I think it's towards the end.
Yep. All right. So parents, family members that are here supporting, I talk to seniors every year when they graduate, and I always ask them, can you give me a couple tips? What would you tell the incoming freshmen? And these are the 4 things that always come up over and over again. Maybe it's not exactly said this way, but it's the constant theme. They always say, make sure to always be to class on time. They figured it out. It's like their job. You got to be there on time. They want to get the reward of the learning. They got to be there. Fully complete work when the teacher assigns it. It's relevant. It's important. It's not just busy work. Then they always say, get connected in something. Find something to get involved with at school besides your class schedule. Find a band, an organization, a sports, team, a club on campus, something else, pardon me, that gives you belonging, purpose, maybe gives you a voice, makes you feel connected. And that's what we want to talk about. And then they want you to, they always say, advocate for yourself, ask questions. No such thing as a dumb question. Always ask. So those are the 4 main tips that I always hear year in and year out when I interview seniors. What would you tell 9th graders? And these are the 4 things that always come up over and over again. So keep that in mind as you're talking with your kiddo as they start planning for success here as the school year begins. All right, so here we go. School's right around the corner, August 11th, again, 8:30 a.m. We'll open the campus starting at 7:15 a.m. There will also be 0 period that day. That begins at 7:30. All 9th graders, which is everybody in this group, they are not going to go to their regular classes that day, not until after lunch. 9th graders, we have a special program just for you. We have a program on our campus called the Link Crew. And this is upperclassmen. This is juniors and seniors. They're going to link you to each other, and we're going to help you navigate through the place called Savanna High School. We have an assembly, we have a rally, we have a tour, we have a panel, we have all kinds of activities to get you acclimated for learning and success starting that morning. So when the bell rings at 8:30 to go to class, your ninth graders all stay put in the Quigley Quad, and we'll have a program that's going to take place there. Schedules are available now, I said by accident, sorry, oops, not till Sunday. They could have a hard copy potentially. And again, kiddos will be in this orientation link crew through the lunch period. Lunch period begins at 12:43 now, which is way later than they're used to at Brookhurst. Encourage them to graze throughout the day, maybe pack some snacks, granola bars, to make it all the way through to class period to get to lunch. Any questions about day one? School begins day one. Any questions there? You guys are probably taking care of that in the chat.
I have a question, Mr. Pooley. It's not
Yes.
about this, but it's about sports. A parent asked in Spanish if students can still sign up for sports,
Yeah.
and if so, where do they go?
They sure can. The best thing is to do is to either email me that they're interested, or they can email the coach themselves directly. You can find all of that information on our website, or you can email our athletic directors, Mr. Ramirez or Mr. Willie, and they'll get you in contact with the correct coach or the correct program. Or you can email anybody that's in this room.
So on our website, just want to add to that, there is an actual tile that says athletics on our website. If you just click on that, everything Mr. Pooley said is all there. So you don't need to look up their email addresses, it's all there under that athletic tile.
Thank you, Ms. Hajiz. All right, and then the second day of school, they're going to follow their assigned classes. They've acclimated after the first day. They're going to hit the ground running, and they'll head off into their classes, whether it's a 0 period at 7:30 or it's regular first period at 8:30. And then this year, students, I really encourage you again to eat lunch. The lunch is free, and so is breakfast this year. You do not need to complete the lunch application in order to get the benefits of breakfast or lunch. However, we do encourage you to fill out the lunch application because there are other benefits beyond what you're used to of just the free food. There's reduction in testing fees if you need to do that as well. It's a great way to make sure that any cost to you potentially could be lowered by filling out that lunch application.
Yeah, and fee waivers as well.
Yes, fee waivers to tests. So, and then on Friday, it's the third day of school. Everything is back to normal. You're back to all the kids are in classes again, and away we go. What should we bring that first day? We want you to bring everything like you're going to school for success. If you got a backpack, binder, notebook, pencils, paper, highlighters, ready to rock and roll. Because you'll be in classes very, very soon. And we love to have a positive attitude. I got to meet a lot of ninth graders, which are now going to be 10th graders in the summertime, and they were excited to be on campus. I'm looking forward to having you ninth graders and your ninth grade families on campus here really, really soon. What to leave at home? Leave home the electronic expensive devices. Leave the iPad at home. Leave the gaming system at home. Do that, please. If your kiddo takes medications, please, you got a form during registration. Make sure you turn that into the health tech. Actually, we have an LVN now. We have a licensed vocational nurse joining us on our staff this year. We're excited about that. And then anything that violates school policy, parents, please, 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 I would encourage you to do a backpack check that first week. Make sure everything that's in there is school appropriate. Sometimes kids get excited. I'm going to bring this cool toy, but it looks like it shouldn't belong at school. I'm going to bring this thing.
Oh my God.
Yes, it still happens. So do that for us. Just make sure everything they're coming to school is appropriate, and we will have a rockin' great time.
Mr. Pooley, if I could just, because there are a couple of questions in Spanish regarding the lunch applications again.
Okay. Yep.
And if they're if a parent hasn't filled it out, will they not receive lunch? So everyone will receive will be able to get a free breakfast and lunch, but we do highly, highly, highly encourage you to please submit a lunch application, because as Mr. Pooley said, the free lunch is not the only benefit. If your student qualifies, they would be able to, get reduced costs on tests or the fee waivers for college applications, among other things. So don't stop doing the application because your student is getting the free lunch, we still want you to please submit your application. So they will get free lunch and breakfast, but still submit the application.
Thank you. Thank you.
And one more regarding the lunch in Spanish. They want to know where they can get the forms. You can come and pick them up on our campus, but you can also do it online, and it's on our school website. And it's very easy, 5 minutes to fill out. But if you have any questions or if you need help filling out that application, please come and visit us in the Family Center.
All right. I saw a question about technology. Don't bring laptops to school. Yeah, we don't need to bring them. We have them at school. We're good to go. Our teachers most likely won't be using any major technology the first week or two. But after that, technology will be available in classrooms, and kiddos don't need to bring things back and forth. All right, that's just about it. All the detail stuff there. Just our social medias are available to you that Ms. Trujillo referenced earlier. We'd love for you to join us, follow us, support us, contribute, and we're excited to have you this evening.